Good morning. Here I am in my unadorned state. I did manage to get some color on my hair, but no makeup. I have got to get out of here because I want to get to Denver to see my family up there. So I'm already late getting out of here. But anyway, so my journey is now focused on getting home. So there won't be probably as many interesting posts on the places I've seen after today, but who knows what the future holds. Well, I'm sure there'll be a lot of ruminating on how how the trip went, maybe some tips on how to do it if you decide to go ahead and make this amazing journey. My glasses are a little off this morning, so I hope I don't go cross-eyed on you. So anyway, I gotta find my notes because that's the way I talk quicker. Okay. So I'm going to start off with a little story about yesterday. I was getting quite low on gas. And, I try and I tell you, make sure you always, gas up in the morning, gas up before you go to bed at night, whatever, whichever. And so you have plenty of gas. Well, the gas was getting a little low and I wasn't quite sure, I had like an eighth of a tank and that, after that, the little yellow light goes on, but you don't want to mess around like that when you don't know where the heck you are. So I pushed the button on my GPS and I said gas because I could figure out where the closest gas was. And I waited and it searched and it searched. And I said, oh my God, is there no gas around here? And then the woman, the voice came on and it said, gas, intestinal flatulence expelled through the anus. The GPS, Google Maps, for God's sake, where to get gas. So I redid it for gas station, and that worked much better. There actually was one within sight, and but that was so funny. So when I was pumping my gas, I had to tell the other customer because I thought it was hilarious. My other interesting sign for the day was when I went past, and there's a lot of them out here, so somebody thought up this wording and thought it was wonderful. It said, gusty winds might exist. I would think more like, beware of, high winds or unexpected gusty winds or just gusty winds, but might exist. I thought that was pretty fun. You never know what you're going to find out here on the road. So yesterday I got up and I started backtracking to go to Albuquerque so that I could go, up to Denver. So I'm headed out on Denver. I'm on 25 now. So, and I thought, oh God, I don't want to backtrack. But the backtracking, I managed to see a few things that I really hadn't seen. Number one, ta-da, found the copy of Annie Mouse's Route 66 Adventure. So now when I talk to Tristan on video chat, I can, we can look at our books together. So I think that'll be great. So I found this in a place called Hackberry at the Hackberry Trading Post. And it was really cute. The pictures that I posted are, again, they're the ones where you've got to kind of open it up to look and see all the interesting memorabilia that's piled onto the grounds or into the picture. So that was very nice. And I went back to Seligman for the Roadkill Cafe. And that was really, really nice. And they did have a veggie burger and some great coleslaw. So that was a worthy stop. So I'm really glad. Then it got really kind of tough from Seligman to Flagstaff to Albuquerque was a huge, long drive. And as I approached Albuquerque, I remembered, the Balloon Festival is still going on. So the rooms are not easy to find. So I said, well, I'm just going to go north on 25 for a while and, see if I can find something. Maybe I can even make it to Santa Fe. It's only an hour away. No, you have to know when you've had enough. And it got to the point where I said, I'm not doing this. And I just said, the next exit that's got a motel, I'm stopping. So I'm at a Days Inn, more expensive than I wanted to pay. But you know what? On the way home, and Lord willing, got free nights for a lot of the rest of the way home. And I'm ready to get there. I don't think there's really a strange feeling in the morning because I wasn't packing up my books and my instructions and my notes on where I was going to go. All I'm doing is I put my grandson's information into the GPS and I'm off. You will notice that I got color today. That's all, no makeup, just color, because I couldn't stand it. It was faded so much I couldn't stand it. So housekeeping's not going to be really thrilled with the residue in the tub. I did the best I could, and I left an extra tip for the extra work of getting it out. So that's short today. Not much to say, except I am on my way to Denver. Let me just make sure there was nothing else that on my notes here that I wanted to. I went. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Because it was when you get to this one point and you just want to make progress and you think, I'm not turning back for anything. I've had it. I drove past the meteor crater. I'd seen it before. I drove past the petrified forest. I'd seen that before. I enjoyed what was left of the daylight painted desert. That you got to see these things. You've got to see them yourself. You can't see them in a video or anything. So I wanted to take a picture of the most famous sign on the road, which, I moved the postcard so I don't, I moved it. But it's a big picture it's a Jackrabbit trading post, and it says, here it is. And well, it was down on historic 66 and I was on 40 because I wanted to try to make tracks. And I said, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. And I turned my butt around and I went back, and I am so glad I did, because after all the searching I did, guess what? There at the Jackrabbit Trading Post, I got the Annie Mouse book. And a delightful woman. She was just so sweet, and she and her son, and guess what? I gave her a book. And she was so touched, and she gave me the postcard. So, and her little boy, he gave me a business card. He said, here, can I give her this? And his mom said, yeah. So that was just precious. It was a good stop. I'm so glad I went back in that case, and so glad I didn't in many others, because I had a long way to go. So I will probably check in the morning, let you know how things went on the way to Denver. Denver's a great place to visit. If you ever go to Denver, you've got to see the Garden of the Gods. And that's something pictures won't do it. You got to do it yourself. So please keep me in your prayers for safe journey. And I thank you so much for joining me. And God bless.